Wash your breath. So you shut the hell up. Alright.
You didn't turn the music down, did you?
Turn it off, man.
No, this music.
Why would I turn it?
No, it's going.
I don't mess with your stuff, man.
It's just unplugged. So we all started.
It's your stuff.
Hold on. Hold on.
You're right, it is better. It's faster.
We gotta play the opener. I gotta play the opener.
I know, but you should have had this ready. Now we're gonna be late.
No, we're not gonna be late. We're on time. We're on time.
Stream metrics.
We are totally on time. Don't worry about it.
1.6 megabits per second. What?
I can't find it.
What?
I was gonna play something, but I can't find it.
You know you're doing great. This producer stuff, man. You was on a roll.
Oh. Broadcasting live from a hollowed out tree stump in the middle of no man's land. You reached Married with Comedy with your host, James R. Freeman. Oh,
That's
I gotta
me.
have the music. And Jeff Onyx. So, welcome to the show and stuff. We're totally doing the show. The show's going on. I was gonna play something, but I can't find it.
How come I don't see us on that?
Ow. Oh. I gotta put us on there. Whoa, what's this? Shoo, 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 shoo. Look, we have a guest. I could see her phone through the screen. I could see her phone.
Why for you?
Yeah.
It's alright. It'll be alright.
And we gotta go down here and scroll down to the.
Alright.
We gotta scroll down to the. What the hell?
The audio bit rate.
Oh. What I was looking for is this over here on this side.
It's on that side.
It's supposed to be, like the comments and stuff.
Like side.
It's supposed to be comments and stuff.
Where's our comments? Comments. Did you get any friend requests today on Facebook?
Did I? Did you send me a friend request? I don't know.
I meant on comedy bets.
Oh, I don't know. Why?
I tried to see if I can get some people.
I can
Friend
say,
request.
huh? I'm looking at the comments on here. You're famous. You're famous. Why are there no
Already?
comments on here though?
I don't know. Yeah, that's your job, man. I'm just supposed to sit here and like let you do the work.
I don't see no comments. Hey,
Kind of like the trophy wife of this setup.
you could have your woman comments if she wants to.
That's why I asked if you want her to do the comedy judo photo. She'll find something, man.
Nah, we're good to go. On today's show, we're going to be doing This Week in Comedy History. We're going to do the breakdown of leftovers. The Outpost survival tip of the week is drills.
Excuse me.
420 is going to be...
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Conjecture of fact is going to be the Galactic disc. And then we'll reset for the second hour. So, that's what's up. That's what's up with the what's up. Hey, can you comment on the KC comedy stream?
Dear.
Can you send me the link?
Who's Mary Beth Cole? Hey, Mary Beth, how you doing? Look, we got a guest. Mary Beth said hi. She said, heart facey, heart eyes in the faciness.
Well, I don't know why it's not showing up on this one, but it was showing up on that one.
Is the comment streaming? Is that on Facebook or is
Mary
it on...
Beth Cole.
Yeah, it's on Facebook. KC Comedy Radio, Facebook. Anyway, This Week in Comedy History. Let's do that first. Oh, how was your week? I should say that. How was your week?
My week?
Yeah, how was your week? Or what are you laughing at? Are you laughing at her
I'm
derpy
just doing
face?
a little shrug.
Oh.
Just a little.
Hey, it's working. Yeah, I know the chat on there is working, but we're also on, there's Casey Comedy chat, and then there's Comedy Vets chat. You're in Comedy Vets chat, Maribeth.
And thank you, by the way, Mary Beth. But
Maribeth. It's
maybe nobody's commenting on that. But
is it Mary Beth or Maribeth? Maribeth.
Okay, how do I...
Is it an I or a Y?
It's an I.
When I click on it...
Is that an I or an E?
Hey.
It should be a post on kccomedy.com. Or not kccomedy.com. Facebook.
Okay,
That's Facebook.
I went to radio.
No, man.
Hold on.
Yeah, man. That's Facebook. It says it right there in the corner.
I'm
Boom.
talking about her on there.
Huh?
This is Comedy Vet's Facebook. That's KC Comedy Radio's Facebook.
Gotcha. But, yeah. Okay, so it should be coming through both.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, so this week.
Oh, I'm there.
You comments like
I'm
it's
working on it. Yeah.
okay.
She found it.
This week in comedy history, April 19th through the
Hi,
25th.
baby, I know. I'm so sorry. I'm not allowed to feed you. Horse clock tummy monster. The right bubbers.
April 19th through April 25th. April 19th, 1935, Dudley Moore was born. He died March 27th. Oh, you know what?
Dudley Moore died?
I forgot this part.
What is this world coming to? Arthur is dead.
I forgot this other part. Hold on.
Ridiculous.
You guys. There.
He did a lot of movies, actually, but
We got to do this one. See?
he did the first
Oh, look at that
Vice Versa,
transition.
too, didn't he? Where it was
at that
him and Kirk
transition.
Cameron.
Yeah.
Or, what was that? Like Father, like Son, or something like that? Or something like
Dudley
that.
Moore. There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Dudley
Something
Moore.
like that.
Best known for his satiric stand-up comedy. You might not know he has a club foot. Or two club feet. Both of them. His club feet.
How do you have two club feet? You
Huh.
dragging them both around?
His club feet. That's apparently what's going on. Dudley Moore has club feet.
That's why he was so able to duplicate the drunk walk.
Yeah. April 20. Wait. Did I
Aw.
I did April 21st twice? Oh. April 20th.
Oh.
Yeah. I messed up. April 20th, 1924, Benny Hill was born, and he died April 20th, 1992. He died on the 20th. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Known best for his comedy TV show, The Benny Hill Show. You might not know, he changed his name from Alfred Hawthorne in tribute to his favorite comedian, Jack Benny. Oh, I got to put it up there so they can see who it is. That's Benny Hill. There.
Gotcha.
April 21st, 1932, Elaine May was born, known as an actress who got her start in improv comedy back in the day.
What is she doing with her hand? They really got her jacking somebody off in that picture. You see it, right? I'm not.
Stop, that's funny. You might not know that
You should stop it.
she wrote and directed the movie Ishtar.
Really?
Yeah.
With Dustin Hoffman?
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
April
Cool.
22nd, nothing happened.
Oh, I find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
It's Earth Day. Something happened.
The Earth was born. That's a joke in and of itself. So, you know, you're pissed off because you can't really tell the day Jesus was born.
I was gonna say that's the day the Earth was born. Like 25th of December is the day Jesus was born. Give me a break.
April 23rd, 1961, George Lopez was born. Known for his stand-up comedy, you might not know that he was abandoned by his father at 2 months old, and then when he was 10 years old, his mom abandoned him.
Should be known for begging for punchlines. Gets those eyes real big. He does that on every punchline. You never notice that?
He begs for punchlines. Is that what that's called? April 24th.
It's where you got like a thing you always do so the audience knows you've told the punchline.
Yeah, April 20th.
But if you got a good punchline, you don't need a tell for the audience to let them know you've just given them the punchline.
April 24th, 1964, Cedric the Entertainer was born, known best for his stand-up comedy and his time with Def Comedy Jam, apparently. You might not know he's still alive. He's not the guy. He's not the one that died. It was Patrice O'Neal that died, not this dude.
That's messed up, dude.
What?
They're not the same guy, not even close.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody thought this dude died.
Who did?
All kinds of people thought this dude was dead.
He was in the dang commercials, man.
Just because he's in commercials.
He's in the Super Bowl commercial, crying out loud.
Whatever, man.
Whatever, man.
You might not know, he was born and raised in the great state of Missouri.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
In St. Louis, baby.
Well, he was not born in the St. Louis area. He was born elsewhere, and then his family moved to the St. Louis area. But he spent his almost entire life in Missouri.
Marshall Mathers is from Kansas City, and he moved to Detroit. Where's he from?
I don't know.
All right.
April 25th, 1970, Jason Lee was born, best known for his role as Earl Hickey on the TV show.
I disagree.
My Name is Earl. What's he best known for?
He's best known for his role in Mallrats.
No, best known for his role in Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Mallrats.
You might not know.
Chasing Amy. I forgot about Chasing Amy.
You might not know.
Dogma.
He's a professional skater. I used to skate with him. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah.
You're lying.
We skated at the Vans warehouse. We did skateboard contest there.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I never go through any of the rounds. I just went there, and then most of the time I just sat there watching. Watch all my buddies get famous. Well, I mean, he wasn't one of my buddies. I'm just saying I knew him. So that was this week in
What was he like when you knew him? Was he mean to people?
No, he was a nice guy.
Oh.
He was a nice guy. Danny Way, however, was a total dick.
Who?
Danny Way. Danny Way, he stepped on my foot once and then wanted to get in a fist fight with me.
Who's Danny Way?
Danny Way, the skater.
Is he Chinese or something?
Boom! Back in there. What's up? Yeah. Yeah.
Is he Chinese or something?
The breakdown, who? Danny Way? No, dude.
W-E-I?
No way. I
bet that's not his real name.
Way.
Well, you think so too.
Way. Tony Hawk. That's his real name too. Danny Way and Tony Hawk were like two big name people. You know who else was a big name person?
Who's that?
Christian Hosoi. And if he wouldn't have gone to
Surfer?
prison for having that cocaine, he would have totally been like the Tony Hawk of the industry.
Surfing.
Christian Hosoi was a skater, professional skater.
Oh.
He was more well known than Tony Hawk back in the day. Yeah. The only reason he fell from grace is because he got
Len Bias. He didn't. Yeah. Except Len Bias died.
He went to Hawaii, and he got some drugs and got caught at the airport, and then
because they knew
went to prison.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have messed with him because he was a celebrity.
Celebrity, yeah. Celebrity Fight Club.
And the funny part is they never bust the people.
Did you
who
comment?
had the money and the drugs.
I did.
Why
you commented and it didn't show it up?
And I sent a little laughing face afterwards.
Nuh-uh, really?
Yeah, I said, hello guys, and I sent a laughing face 2 minutes later.
I wonder if we're still broadcasting if I reload the page.
I don't know what that means.
I reloaded the page.
What do you mean?
I just reloaded it.
You mean you started it over?
No, I reloaded the page.
The stream, like refresh.
I hit refresh, yeah. Oh, look, it says we only have two viewers, but I don't see any of the comments. I don't know why.
That says 3.
Huh? Where? 2.
Whatever you just went down to, see? On your left?
3 total, I guess.
3 total, I guess.
Oh, there's the comments. Burp. Here are the comments right here. Oh. Comments. Why aren't the Oh,
Mm.
there you go. So Sarah's the only one commenting.
Yeah,
Why
she
are the
did all
comments
that
there?
for no reason.
I don't understand why the comments aren't over here. Oh, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Come on, man, go.
What?
I'm trying.
You trying to move it over there to the left?
Yeah, I like it. I like it over here. There. There. Boom. That's where I like it. I like it over there.
We'll take it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll take that.
All right.
Yeah, Bart Simpson, I'll
I know
take that.
you like them sunflower seeds, don't you?
Okay, so what's the breakdown?
Are we ready?
Yeah, do for real. For real. Breakdown. I'll even give you the breakdown thing. Boom.
Subtitle, dude.
Boom.
Or my little whatever.
You can go lay on your bed.
Subtitle would be subtitle.
Lay on your bed. Where are you going?
Anyway, the breakdown is where I take a movie and I break it down, sort of. And most of the time, we get interrupted some point early on, and we never finish it. So, if you're watching and you really want to know what the breakdown for The Leftovers is, you're probably not going to get it. However, I like the show, and I hope by mentioning it, our two viewers, and then possibly any of the other ones down the line somewhere that might catch hold of this on the 20 platforms we are on. The Leftovers is a show that takes the
you can hear her breathing.
the whole Left Behind, the whatchamacallit, what do you call that?
The Rapture?
Yeah.
The Rapture.
Kind of turns it on its ear. So what happens is,
I can hear the cars outside.
I know, right? What happens is the show opens up, and it's a lady in her car. Well, she's putting her groceries in the car. Then she puts the baby in the car seat, buckles the baby in right, everything cool, right? Baby's in there good. Then she gets behind the wheel. Then she gets a phone call. She reaches over, gives the baby the pacifier.
Okay.
And then she looks over and grabs something else or does something else and then looks back and the baby's gone.
Ah, so the baby was raptured, apparently.
Sort of. Then you hear crashing and like other stuff started happening because people disappeared.
Alien abduction.
And it was like 150 million people disappeared planet-wide. And everybody's like, oh, it's the rapture. But come to find out, a lot of the people that disappeared, not just some of them, but a lot of them were not good people. But the people that are left behind are all fucked up, man. Psychologically messed up. And like, so they basically show you a little bit of that, and then they quickly go to 3 years later. One of the main characters lost both her kids and her husband. And there were a few of those people like that. And there's some, excuse me, they're given some kind of social status. So when people see them, they're just like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. You're one of the... And so, like, they don't pay for drinks. And it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's this whole thing. Anyway. So the show starts out as a basic character arc dealing with the aftermath of this.
Huh.
One of the characters that I really like is the Reverend, who has made it his mission now to report the truth behind the people who disappeared in their town. And like one of them was a drug dealer and one of them was this and that, and his sister is giving him crap and then tells him if he stops handing out these photos, she'll give him the money he needs to save his church.
Huh.
And instead of taking the money, he tells her that her husband cheated on her. And that was one of the one of the flyers that he had to hand out, but he never did because it was his sister. And so when she tried to get him to stop, instead of taking her money, he hit her with that. Oh, yeah, that's a 4-wheeler. I'm pretty sure. It might be a 3-wheeler, but we don't see those very often anymore.
Yeah. No.
I'm guessing it's 4. So anyways,
Sounds like a fart to me.
the chief of police is a younger cat who inherited the job, so to speak, from his dad, who was the chief of police, but went crazy. And like ran around through the neighborhood naked or something and got thrown in the loony bin. So, the chief of police is an interesting character in that he's almost the audience's levity, you know?
Yeah.
Like he's watching it thinking what we're thinking. Are you fucking kidding me? Like it, you know? And so there's a big problem with cults popping up. And one of them, one of the ways that they show that they're in the cult is they wear white. And then another way they show that they're in the cult is they don't speak at all. They write stuff down on a pad of paper. I'm sorry, babies. I'm sorry, you're so hungry.
You think that's why she's doing that? Because she's hungry?
She wants more of my sunflower seeds.
Oh.
I've been giving her sunflower seeds. But, so there's a cult, and the third thing that they do is they smoke. So whether you smoke cigarettes or not, you have to smoke. You just don't have to inhale. But they even have like a sign in the house that says something to that effect. So pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of characters in it, and it gets really interesting. One of my other favorite characters is a guy who's like hunting the dogs. Boo, bro. Guy hunting the dogs. So we're seeing this, right? And this has happened. It's 3 years later, but this guy has figured out that there's something wrong with the dogs.
Huh.
And they've slowly been packing up. So they branch off into these little packs.
Huh.
And they'll take something down. Like the chief of police saw him taking down a deer. And this guy ran past him and started shooting the dogs. And then the chief of police ran over and started shooting the dogs. It was pretty cool. So
What platform is it on?
It's it was HBO Max, wasn't it? Yeah, HBO Max.
Sit down.
So we can, if y'all want to check that out, it's called The Leftovers. I don't want to give you too much more information.
HBO Max.
This is the first season, which I had already watched years ago, and then I think I started the second season and something happened. I can't remember what platform it was on, but it sure wasn't HBO Max, because that was not even thought of back then, so it might have been HBO. Anyways, so now they've come out with a third season. So I started all the way at the beginning, and I'm working my way back through it. I've been trying to get the wife interested. We'll see how that goes.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, she watched a couple with me. We'll see.
That was a good segment.
You like that
I
one?
didn't even interrupt you hardly.
You did great, man. I got almost actually had a breakdown of the show. That was great. Thank you.
So I went to the pain clinic last week, and they gave me this cream to put on my knee.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't work at all. X-rays were fine, except for I have a bone island. I don't even know what a bone island is. I'm gonna have to look that up. If you know what a bone island is, let me know.
Floating in the middle of the water.
Yes.
I don't know.
Outpost survival tip of the week. Okay,
Booyah.
let's do this. Boom. Outpost survival tip of the week is drills. Not like hand drills, not like bow drills, not like power drills. Drills.
Like alarm drills.
Do you remember when you were a kid in school? Like when I was a kid in school, we had fire drills, tornado drills, earthquake drills, and I even remember back when I was really little, we had bomb drills.
Yeah.
So we had all of those types of drills, and they did those at school. And the reason they did that, the reason
Bend over and kiss your ass goodbye because you ain't surviving a nuclear holocaust anyway.
The reason they did those drills was to teach the young kids muscle memory for when an event actually happened, if it ever did, that the kids would at the
Less
very
chance
least
of them freezing.
at the very least they would listen to their teacher and follow the teacher where the teacher goes, like little ducks or whatever. But in your home or in your vehicle or wherever you are, you should
Good
practice
metaphor. Well, it'd be a simile, wouldn't it?
drills. Everybody knows about a fire drill.
Excuse
Where
me.
we live, we practice not only fire drills, tornado drills. We practice other kinds of drills that I'm not telling you about. But there are drills that you could do. Do you do drills at your house?
Sort of. Sort of. Our kids are really smart.
Who grabs what? But see, the point of the drill is not are you smart enough to do it. It's that you can't assume that somebody else has grabbed that thing or person or whatever duty they have. There was an episode of I Love Lucy where they were
That's
doing
the
it.
thing. The kids don't have a duty to grab anything.
Yeah, but one of you needs, like, each of you
Sit there,
picks a
little
kid.
hiney.
Like, we each pick a dog. Anyway, I Love Lucy, they had Lucy was pregnant, and they had a drill to practice getting her to the hospital. So each person was assigned a job that they were supposed to do. One person was supposed to hail the cab. One person was supposed to call the doctor. One person was supposed to, different people were supposed to do different things.
Okay.
When it went
How'd
down,
it work out?
the actual drill, they practiced the drill over and over again. But when it actually went down, the line is busy. I can't get a cab. Go get a cab, and they're all yelling at each other. So the drills didn't even do any good because they were doing the drills like halfway. They weren't actually doing drills. So I would suggest that you do drills. I forgot to bring it, but we got a new survival book, and in the survival book it had a list of all the different drills, and there were some drills in there
Maybe
that I
you
was
should
like,
do a drill about bringing your survival book.
there were drills in there that I didn't even think about. So, the whole point of a drill is to try to be prepared for things that you wouldn't normally be prepared for.
No, I get it. It's just like in the military.
Yeah, we used to drill in the
Yeah.
military. Yeah. So,
I get it. I was just joking around.
so the
Imagine
Outpost
that.
survival tip of the week is drills. Come up with a plan, and then practice executing that plan. So you got to have a plan, and then practice executing the plan. And
Plan your work and work your plan.
when I was in Texas, one of the churches down the way got shot up, and I was on staff at this church. Yeah, we already read that. Anyway, I was on staff at this one church, and all of the people in our church, well, not all the people, all the people
See,
on
and
staff.
I thought that was your smart question. That was Lori's smart question.
That's what I said, Lori.
Okay.
Anyway,
I didn't give you your props for that, Lori. Sorry.
Go
ahead.
At the church, they had us do urban assault tactics, and one of the things was we would do drills. If you're in the middle of church service, what happens if this?
Somebody comes in and shoots everybody.
Yeah, what happens if this happens? What happens if this happens?
Well,
What happens?
good thing you went to a church full of Republicans. So there were
Chuck Norris
multiple
went to our church.
options. I was gonna say, so there were multiple options. Some people might shoot him. Some people might stab him.
Yeah.
Apparently, somebody might front kick him in the chest. You just never know.
You have no idea. No idea.
That's awesome, dude. I like that.
What? Drills?
I like that.
Drills. So
That's
the
a
Outpost
good one.
survival tip of the week was drills.
Run drills. Whatever you want to be prepared for, just run drills.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run drills with my kids,
Boom.
but I'm gonna take it to the next level,
Okay.
and I'm gonna run it like an actual drill, and I'm gonna time them. And if they don't do it right, I'm gonna make them run it again. All right, where we at?
420.
Yes, please.
Those are
So,
my sound effects. I
For
used
those
to
of
be able to
you
do a bong
who
effect.
are new to the show,
Susie said.
which I'm guessing since we only have like 3 people watching, those people are not new. However, for the rest of you who might be new to the show, 420 is like a holiday for potheads.
Okay. It just happened.
Yes.
Ah.
Now, my wife is very smart. That's why I married her.
Come up here. Come up here, Susie.
She remembered that is also a certain person's birthday.
Martin Luther King Jr.
No.
James Earl Ray.
No. But that would be funny. Especially if they had the same birthday, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But no. Supposedly, the Antichrist. Or something. Hitler.
Hitler was the Antichrist.
I don't know. One of them.
That's funny.
Who knows? I told you. There's 1,260 days accounted for in the book of Revelation. Okay? And in prophecy, a day is a year. So that means that the beast's rule is going to be for 1,260 years. So we ain't even going to be here when Jesus comes back to overthrow this stuff.
Have you ever heard Hitler's actual voice? Like his normal voice?
Yeah. I've heard the recordings, so...
No, I mean, he had
I've never met the man, so
he had his speech voice. His voice that he did in public. Okay. And then he had a different voice from when he was not in public.
Okay.
And he talks completely differently. He's like really mild and
probably
calm.
had a double.
Yeah. Mild and calm.
Or it could have been like, whatchamacallit, and it was a twin.
Maybe.
Nobody knew about Michael Jackson. I told you about that, right?
Yeah, this is
that theory that was on YouTube that Michael Jackson was actually twins and they switched every 7 years. That's why his style switched every 7 years.
Oh.
He could have just been a cultist and a pedophile, but it's possible he was twins. And then it was like The Prestige. Remember that movie, The Prestige?
I think there were two of them, but one was from an alternate universe. And then the one from the alternate universe killed the one from this universe. And the alternate universe one started to decay, and that's why he started changing colors.
You're hilarious, dude.
Because his molecular structure was unstable in this dimension.
Okay, so if you're not high, you're probably lost. And if you are high, you're probably laughing right now. Because you didn't get it either. But at least you're stoned, so it was funny.
Just follow along. It's like
right.
I had an idea though. You know the naming of the stars, where they're like,
"Did you hear what he said, man?
You could buy your loved one their name on a star on the star registry, right?
I know.
We should make our own called.
Look, she's totally looking for sunflowers.
Called the multiverse registry, where we give somebody a a universe named after them.
That's hilarious.
Why give a star when you can give the entire universe? And it'd be like the TV show Sliders. You just explain.
Yeah,
it's like
but if string theory is to be believed, there's only 11.
So why 11? Why is it going to stop at 11?
Idea. It's the silliest thing.
Hey, string theory has proven there's only 11 universes.
Yeah. So it's proven. It's a proven theory. It's the string theory, but it's proven. So like evolution.
I don't get why they would stop at 11.
I don't either. Look, dude, I don't know, man. For all I know, we are living in a matrix right now. Nobody knows, dude. They can talk and talk and talk. Nobody knows how old the Earth is. That's ridiculous. Some of the smartest people in the scientific community don't even think this stuff where we're at is real.
This is not a thunder shirt, Lori. This is a normal shirt because she doesn't have very much fur.
Thunder shirt?
A thunder shirt is a shirt that hugs them and makes them feel comfortable. Oh. Like a thunder buddy. This is a normal shirt because she has very thin hair and she gets stung by bugs very easily, like bit by bugs, stung by mosquitoes and stuff.
I know.
So we put this on her so she doesn't get stung.
Why are you so sad?
It apparently has
she's hungry.
Bug repellent in it. She's always hungry, dude. She gets watch her face, watch her head. You ready? She gets dinner at 6 o'clock, and she gets breakfast at 9 o'clock.
How did you say a word?
And she gets cookies when she goes out outside. She definitely has a tummy monster. So your 420 thing was Elvis's birthday? No, Hitler's birthday.
Yeah, that it's weird that it's a holiday for stoners, but it's also Hitler's birthday. So there are two people that celebrate 420, potheads and neo-Nazis. That's what I was getting at.
Which segues into we're going to come back to this later in the episode. In the second hour. You'll enjoy this.
Okay, next.
Next.
Boom.
Boom.
It's like butter.
Like butter. We're gonna have to switch to our alternate camera,
Top
and we're gonna
down.
take this guy out of there because today we're gonna be talking about the Galactic Disc.
Nuh-uh. This is awesome. I love this show.
The Galactic Disc.
Whoever thought of this show is a genius.
Yeah, it was me. I'm number one. I'm the number one
You
gun.
thought of the Married with Comedy show? You're my man, bro. Good idea.
You're a vet tech? She's a vet tech. She's on the show because she's a segment. We do a segment called Pathetic Pet of the Week. She's our pathetic pet this week. So.
Oh, yeah. That's how the segment started, was because you guys rescue doggies.
Yeah.
You rescue little poopy doggies with big hearts.
Okay, so the Galactic Disc.
I
This is the
know.
Galactic
They're so
Disc.
cute, Suzus.
Have you seen this disc before?
I have.
It looks like the solar system, or our universe. It looks like our universe.
Yeah, the galaxy.
And
Yeah.
This hole right here.
It's the galaxy, the Milky Way, isn't it?
This hole right here. Yeah,
I think it's the Milky Way. Okay, cool.
This hole right here
Is us?
is the exact same spot where our sun is
Oh.
located on the Milky Way.
Okay.
So
That's what I thought.
researchers found this artifact back a long time ago, but it was originally found a long time ago. And it's one of the most talked about artifacts recently because they think it's depicting a spacecraft. That's not a spacecraft, by the way. They think this is a spacecraft.
No. However, that center part is very odd because you could put that on something and it would spin.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's the world's.
It's not going to create
first,
thrust. Yeah.
What are those things called? They're battle things. The little tops that little kids use to battle discs.
Yeah.
That's the very first one of those.
It's just for giants, it's before the flood.
So the disc is kept in a museum in South America, and they call it the Disco Gigante.
Giant disc.
Caligante.
Colgante is galactic.
Disco
Galactic.
Galactic. Whatever. So let's see. People aren't 100% sure if it's a fake one or if it's real. There's another picture of the Galactic Disc. That's what it looks like. They don't know what kind of metal it is. It looks brass to me, bro. Doesn't that look brass?
Maybe.
Okay, so
Bronze.
scientists attribute
It would probably be green, wouldn't it? Bronze.
it can't be attributed to any part of a modern spacecraft. So they don't know if it's of origin, modern origin or not,
Okay.
which they don't think it is.
It appeared at the beginning of the first millennium of our civilization. This is the official version of scientists' carbon analysis.
The first
but
millennium.
Why? Yeah, it says that there was no carbon analysis done, but why? Maybe you should check the possible date of manufacture, or maybe the analysis has already been carried out. We simply not told the age. Maybe the secret masters of this world don't want to talk about the fact that this artifact belongs to extraterrestrial technologies. We could travel that far, but that's the map they make? Okay. I'm sorry.
And this galactic disc was most likely made by Hindus because everybody knows that Hindus and aliens chill with each other all the time, apparently.
Okay, so it sounds like, the people who made the Vimanas, right?
Yeah.
And the Vimanas are supposedly these little Merkabas or whatever, right?
I don't know.
That they have where the people sit in and meditate and they can be transported.
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
I think they're called Merkabas. I think so. Anyways, if I'm right, comment. If I'm wrong, Google it and then comment. A lot has been written about the Vimans, and as a hypothesis, 1,000 years ago, they were able to, aircraft similar to modern ones, this technology get people about the gods who lived on Earth. But as another hypothesis says, that these were not gods at all, but messengers from other planets, taught people technology and waged galactic wars among. I'm not even going to finish that
This
sentence.
can explain the hypothose of nuclear wars.
I got all the way to the end and realized.
So they believe in antiquity there were nuclear wars.
Oh God. I suppose that's possible though, because that's where we're headed now. So.
A number of ufologists and
History
supporters of
repeats
highly
itself
developed
unless you
civilizations
study
of
it.
antiquity argue that there is a thickening on the aircraft that resembles a structure
Artifact.
of our artifact. I keep saying
It's
aircraft.
okay.
Artifact that resembles the structure of our galaxy, which surprisingly for antediluvian people didn't fly in space. How could antediluvian people who didn't fly in space make a thing that looks like our galaxy if they didn't know what our galaxy looked like?
We wouldn't even know it looked like our galaxy if it wasn't for the hole.
Check it.
Where
How
our sun's supposed to
How
be.
do we know what our galaxy looks like?
We don't.
Because nobody here has ever gone outside of our galaxy to
one.
look back at it.
And I think it's interesting
It's
that
ridiculous.
it's made as a two-dimensional map, and there's one hole in it. There's
Yeah.
not a bunch of holes.
Yeah.
There's one hole. Excuse me.
So some people believe that this item is
It's an old,
part of a
ancient
spaceship.
glory hole. That's what it is.
Some people think this is a part of a spaceship.
I don't see that as. I mean, it's
Look,
possible.
dude, if it's
but
part of a spaceship,
Excuse me.
these dudes, these mugs don't know how.
I want to know what those notches are. Yes, I'm trying to figure out what is.
They
that.
don't know what's up.
Okay, but look, you should be able to look it up because look, there's 3 bands that don't have it and 3 bands that do. You should be able to figure that out based on the sun being there.
Well, that's what they're saying.
So if
They're
the
saying that
scientists know half of what they say
these
they
are
do,
how
they
many-
should be able to figure out.
these are how many spires that are considered to be in our solar system or in our universe, in our galaxy.
spires. What is
Spires. These spokes. These spokes. There are that many spokes in our
that?
galaxy.
I don't know what that means. Spokes.
These, the round things.
What's this?
This. See, it goes from the center out,
And that's 6. So there's 6 spokes in our galaxy. That
Right.
makes sense.
and then on this one, right about there,
6
is where our
little
sun
like
is.
bands of planets and
Yeah.
blah 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 or whatever they try to tell us is out there.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
So conjecture of fact is this the galaxy? Are we looking at not the
how
galaxy?
can you be like, oh, they were so smart, they figured this out, but they were wrong
Oh.
about us living on a flat plane?
Well, there you go.
No, it's very strange.
Are
'Cause
we
that's
looking?
a flat plane too?
Yeah. Are we looking at the Milky Way galaxy?
Hmm.
Are we looking at a piece from an aircraft from like some ancient aircraft,
No.
like a spacecraft? Here's
Sorry.
another thing.
It
So this thing was dated, carbon dated.
vaguely resembles like a
This thing was carbon dated
propeller.
to the first millennia of our existence, or the planet's existence, the first millennia.
Okay, wait.
Check it.
So how long ago was that?
It's made of copper.
Hmm.
It's made of copper, dude.
Which means that it conducts electricity. That right there.
Not only does it conduct electricity, but copper is one of the only things. Or is it brass? No, it's brass. Never mind. Or is it copper?
I don't know.
No, it's
You tell
copper.
me. I don't know what you're about to say.
Copper's antibacterial. You can rub.
Silver.
No, man, it's copper.
Maybe.
Copper, brass, and silver. Okay. Did you know if you have a stainless steel sink and you've got onion all over your hands?
Here, this
Onion
is
smell?
copper.
Look, if you have
Put this in your mouth and it.
I know. Anyway, the last time a dude said, "Here, put this in your mouth,"
You got sick.
I got $20.
Oh.
Anyway, if you've got onion smell on your hand, and you put your onion hands on a stainless steel sink, the onion smell will come off of your hands faster than if you were to wash them.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah?
washing them makes it worse. Did you know that?
Did not.
Washing them makes it worse.
I don't know if you can give medical advice on this show, Jeff.
What do you mean? That's not medical advice. That's science.
Oh God, don't do the science thing, man. Don't do it.
Hey, you
'Cause
guys.
the only thing I can tell you about science is for every person who says one thing, there's another person in the same community who says they're full of.
Tell us what you think of that
Shut your
transition.
mouth.
If you like that transition going from here, let's show you again. Tell us what you think of this transition. If you like it, if you don't, boom! Look at that transition. Isn't that pretty? Man, that's pretty. That's pretty.
Yeah, very
pretty.
Pink Floyd. I like it.
So on that was the first hour. We went through the first
What?
hour already. Check
Nuh-uh.
it. Yeah, look. In 44 minutes, we got through the first hour. That's all right. I'm gonna slow it down here.
What the fuck was that? Fucking bug.
She's down there going, drop something. Come on, man, drop something. That's what she's saying. Okay.
Hitting the nose by a bug.
That was the first hour. Second hour, here's what we got. Second hour. Prison Rules. Woke this week. You're going to enjoy this one. Comedy Horror. Yeah. The Pathetic Pet of the Week, which she's sitting on the ground begging
Eating
for
sunflower
food.
seeds.
We got Ghetto Chef coming up. Yeah. Taking out the trash and our closing. So, yeah. I think that's what I've got going on. So you're up next. Prison Rules. I think. I did that. Yeah, I got 3 more.
Alright, so Clean Your Cell. That was the title.
Clean your cell.
Which is really spring cleaning. But, you know, with the kids, we don't give them too many responsibilities. As long as they go to school and do all that other stuff. But with the toys and whatnot, we need to start condensing.
Yeah. Condense it.
So, we bought them some special presents and got them to agree to get rid of like half their toys if we got them these special presents. So, and then we gave them a quarter. Told them go get a Super Bowl.
A Super...
Yeah, they felt a little gypped. But
A
hey,
Super
deal's
Bowl?
a deal. No, I'm kidding.
You're talking about a bouncy ball that you throw on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
I never give my kids those.
Well, those things.
Do you know why?
Nope.
One of my kids threw one of those and it bounced all over the room and then hit our TV and broke it.
That's funny.
I was like, that kid's got an arm.
Yeah, we had one of ours throw a marble. And dude, it hit almost dead center.
On the TV?
And she meant to hit the TV.
My father-in-law.
She got mad and threw a marble and hit the TV.
My father-in-law was showing me one of his new guns and he goes, yeah, this gun's pretty good. Yeah. And I go, you shouldn't be handling it like that. No, this gun's completely safe. Bam! And he shot his TV.
Nuh-uh.
No, but he shot it through something.
Nuh-uh.
So the bullet didn't actually hit the TV. Just like something flew off of what he hit, like a fan or something.
Oh, gosh.
And it blew off the back of the fan, and then that hit the TV in multiple places.
Your dog is such a mood.
You like my dog?
Mm-hmm.
She's cute. Her name's Susie.
Susie likes sunflower seeds.
Where do
Quit whining, too.
Where they put them?
Takes the edge off of your hunger, don't it?
Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Oh.
Ready? I'm gonna turn this up so you can hear it.
What do you got going?
This is supposed to be the opener from earlier that I couldn't find. You ready?
Alright, do it now during my segment. That's a good idea.
Broadcasting live from a hollowed-out tree stump in the middle of no man's land. You've reached Married with Comedy. With your hosts, James R. Freeman and
me.
Jeff Onyx.
Alright?
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
It's okay, I got
Broadcasting
through the first
live from a hollowed-out tree stump in the
I like
middle
that one
of no man's land. You've reached Married with Comedy. With your
leave a
hosts,
message after
James
this.
R. Freeman and Jeff Onyx.
Hey, that was me showing him something. So what were you saying?
I don't know, where was that?
Prison rules.
So we're doing the clean your cell thing.
Clean your cell.
Yeah, I got them cleaning out their room, cleaning up their toys, getting them all gathered up and ready to go. And this weekend we're going to have them go through their toys and get rid of a bunch of them. So they've outgrown a bunch of stuff, and I've created a monster. A tummy monster.
A tummy monster. Oh, because you're feeding her. I'm not even sure she's allowed to eat that.
Sunflower seeds? Oh,
She's
yeah.
on a specific diet.
Great. I just made you fatter.
She's on a diet.
Sorry. Look, she keeps looking back at you like, really? Really?
I can make her talk. I'm not going to.
Alright, so, yeah. So the kids were a little upset, but once we told them, most of the toys are going to get rid of the stuff they don't play with, and then we're going to do a garage sale. So next week, hopefully we'll have a date on that and an address. For those who are watching the show,
Yeah.
you can come to the garage sale and buy a bunch of stuff. Help support the channel.
Pimp it out.
Well, help support a person that's on the channel. You know what I mean.
Lori said she's got to get you the bell.
Right.
Gonna be in Plant City this weekend.
That was just today, wasn't it?
You were in Plant City this
Yeah.
weekend. I'll be in Plant City tomorrow.
Yeah. She can bring it to you.
Pineapple Whip was in Plant City.
Who?
Pineapple Whip.
Who?
My buddies, they do the pineapple. It's like ice cream, soft serve, but it's made of pineapple stuff.
Never heard of it.
Are you gonna give your kids the money from the toys
Wife
that
said
they
it's
sell?
Amazing. Hell no. Why would we do that?
I don't know. You're the one that said you're gonna be having a garage sale or yard sale, or whatever.
Yeah, but why would we give the money to a 6 and a 7-year-old? That sounds silly.
So you take them with the money and say, "This is the money that you got from your toys, and we're gonna go buy you
Jeff.
a new toy."
You remember what it was like to have a 6-year-old and a 7-year-old?
Yeah.
They still think that you can give somebody 2 pennies and buy a car. And not a Matchbox, but like an actual car. So they have no idea
My kids are
what
adults
to do
and they
with some
still
kind
think
of
that.
money. Like, that's ridiculous. If we did give them the money, it would be put in an account or something like that.
My kids
So
are
when
adults
they get 10
and they
years
think
older,
that.
they can use it to buy a car.
Speaking of that, Joni just bought a car.
Did she?
Yeah.
Good. What'd she buy? Something safe?
Ford something.
A Ford something.
I don't know, man.
I don't think Ford makes a Ford
I
something.
weren't looking at it too closely. All I know is that she got a car, and her mama helped her pick it out.
Is it a big Ford, a small Ford?
It's
Is
a
it
little
fast?
one.
Is it slow?
It's like a Ford I don't know. I don't even know
Focus?
if
You having trouble focusing on what kind of Ford it was?
I don't even know if it's a Ford.
That joke, did I tell you that joke? That joke
They all
went
look the
over real
same
nice.
to me, dude.
I have to get the brakes fixed in my Honda. Keep stopping on its own accord.
Jesus rode around with all the disciples in one accord.
So Jesus was Mexican?
I guess. Jesus.
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 Lowrider ese.
Orale, Jesus.
Orale, bato.
Let's go hang out. We go to Shield today.
That's close.
Hey, Jesus,
Bethlehem.
do you want to go hang?
That's messed up.
Do you know why they had to put Jesus on the cross twice? Because the first time he broke a nail.
That's wrong.
No.
9-inch nail.
Yes. It was more like a railroad
I
spike.
told you them people are Satanists, man. Trent Reznor.
It was more like a railroad spike. It looked
And
like
this
a
is
railroad
what makes
spike.
me believe in the Jesus Christ story much more, except for the fact that his name wasn't Jesus, but we won't get into that.
No.
But it makes me believe in that more because why would the Satanists even bother to take the time to mock Jesus?
Yeah.
Why would they even bother with it if it's not a real entity of any sort?
There used to be a
Ridiculous.
there used to be a video game called Rupture the
Giving
Rapture.
validity to the other side is what they're doing.
So in the 80s when the
Rapture.
remember when the first Nintendo came out? So there was
Okay, yeah.
there was a company that made
Oh.
Wisdom Tree was the company. It made Christian video games, and they made one called Spiritual Warfare, where you threw the
Really?
fruit of the Holy Spirit at people, and there was one that was at the end you fight
No
Satan,
way.
and they had
You're making
like
this up,
no,
bro.
and they had like Noah's Ark, where you had to go collect animals and put them on the ark.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, so they had all these different games, video
that'd
games.
be great to get for the kids.
So
That'd
there
be
was a
cool.
Satanist group that decided they wanted to compete with this Christian
Just fucking
video
ruined
game thing. And they came up with the video game Rupture the Rapture. And the whole point of Rupture the Rapture was as Christians were getting saved and going up to heaven, you would shoot fiery darts at them and shoot them out of the sky so they fell into hell.
That's fucked up. Oh my god! Why would...
That they made a game like that.
That's
You could
messed
go to
up,
the
man.
Christian bookstore and get the other. I still have them. I still have the things, the cartridges for the Christian games. But then that other one, yeah, I don't have that one anymore. Rupture the Rapture. I'm sure you could download it. They probably have it on your cell
That
phone.
brings us back to that leftovers.
Yeah, leftovers.
This was a weird kind of rapture. It was like,
the leftovers.
you know, like what?
The leftovers sounds like
4%
we ate all those.
of the population or something like that.
The leftovers sounds like we ate all those other people and we're going to save these ones and eat them later as leftovers. Delicioso.
That's why they completely disappeared.
They completely disappeared because we ate them.
Bones and all.
Bones and all. So
A
delicious.
pig will go through bone like
Yeah.
butter.
So is your prison rules? You still doing it?
Nah, I think I'm done.
Okay. His prison rules. Oh, guess what I forgot to do?
Forgot to put it up there.
I forgot to put prison rules. We
Too
didn't
late.
have it up there. Over here. I forgot to put prison rules up there.
Because you got it up,
prison rules.
up higher up.
Prison rules. What's today? Oh, woke this week. Woke this week. Okay. Woke this week. So we're going to talk about who's woke, what's canceled. Okay. So this week, here we got. You ready for it? And I was trying to look up websites to show you guys the actual articles and stuff like this because some of the stuff I don't know about. Okay. Do you know what a brony is?
Oh God, no.
A brony is a full-grown man who loves My Little Pony to the point that they obsess over My Little Pony.
Okay.
And they were generally, up until about a week ago, they were considered to be part of the LGBTQ plus community. Up until about a week ago.
Okay. Excuse me.
And then there was this dude that decided to start shooting stuff up. And
God,
he
which
was a
one?
brony. Georgia, I think.
Okay.
He was a brony. So now they're saying bronies are right-wing extremists. So if you're a My Little Pony fanatic, and the guy said, before he died, because he shot himself and killed himself, and before he did what he was doing, he said that someday he wishes that he could be reunited in heaven with, I can't even remember the name of the My Little Pony that he was obsessed
Twilight
with.
Sparkle.
Is that what it was? That sounds
I'm
that
guessing.
sounds really close to what it was.
That's like the best one, so probably. I got daughters. What can I say?
So this dude was like obsessed with My Little Pony. So they're like, gotta be a white
So he was obsessed with My Little
right-wing
Pony,
supremacist.
and he shot people.
Yes. He oddly enough, he also celebrated 420. You like that? I tied it in there.
Did he really? But
He
why?
he was a weed head, but no,
was
it
it
doesn't
for
matter
this or was it for this?
because he shot up some people, so obviously he has to be a right-wing extremist. So they got to make bronies, and now people that smoke weed are right-wing supremacists or right-wing extremists. Okay. Cinderella, the play Cinderella, they canceled themselves because they realized that they didn't have a diverse enough cast for Cinderella.
You'd think it'd be a great one for the woke people because it's an enslaved white person.
It's Cinderella.
But other
And
white people.
at the time it was written, it was a bunch of white people doing stuff. I don't get that. Okay.
I'm confused.
Yams and sweet potatoes are
And
racist.
not in that woke way. I'm confused, but not in that woke way.
Yeah. Yams and sweet potatoes are racist. Because yams and sweet potatoes are the same thing apparently, and the only difference between yams and sweet potatoes.
Is the color of the person saying it?
Yeah, racism. Yeah. What else is racist and what is canceled? Bluey. Bluey the cartoon. Have you heard of Bluey?
My daughters love Bluey.
Bluey the cartoon
Me
is
too.
canceled because Bluey the cartoon does not have a LGBTQ person of color, anybody who's poor,
What do you mean?
underprivileged. There's nobody who's
Bluey
crippled.
is transgender.
There's
Hello?
there's no cripples.
Are you kidding me?
There's no cripples. It's a fucking cartoon.
Okay, look. Bluey and Mom look different, okay? Bluey has a certain look, or Bluey's dad, has a certain look. He goes by Dad. And Bluey's mom has a certain look, but they don't look the same. And then Bluey's little sister, Bingo, looks like Mom. But Bluey looks like Dad. But Bluey's supposed to be a girl. And all the boys look like Bluey's dad. The same kind of coloring, everything.
So Bluey's transgender?
Yep.
Huh.
So
There.
y'all canceled the wrong show,
You canceled it.
you idiots.
Yeah, you canceled it wrong.
That's what you get. What you get. And I love the show, but I'm kind of happy that you screwed it up.
According to Pete Buttigieg,
They should sue you on discrimination on the basis of people not being gay.
yeah. Speaking of gay, Pete Buttigieg says that streets are racist. The highway system and streets are racist because they're designed to
Keep black neighborhoods black.
Yeah, to harm black neighborhoods. Guess what? The chick that runs BLM moved to the whitest neighborhood in California.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as she got money from you, she moved there.
That was the best part about the whole situation. All the money that she got was given to her. It was not earned money from all the work she did.
Yeah.
Unless you want to call inciting riots work, at which point I would say, why would you prosecute Trump and
Your money is the
reward
people's
that
money.
bitch?
Her money is her money. Just a
Mhm.
heads up. We talked about this last
And
week.
when they interviewed her, you know what she said?
My money is my money.
I'm taking care of my family.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
Did you
Like
run her
any
over?
American would do. Oh, you mean the same racist America where black people can't get ahead, but then you can go off and buy $1 million mansions for your family to stay in because they have to have a roof over their head? Give me a break.
I unplugged the headphones because we don't really need them.
She don't care about black people.
Yeah, Susie, you don't care about
Where
them.
Kanye? Where are you, bro?
Here's the thing, okay? I used to think, or not used to think, I was brought up where saying the word colored people was wrong.
No.
And then they
people of
made the
color.
National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, so it's okay to do that.
It was before they made that before they told you couldn't say colored people anymore.
And then they decided, you can't say colored people, but you can say people of color.
Tomato, tomato. Close enough.
Did you know a pair of pants?
I know I probably shouldn't be masticating on the.
Did you know a
radio
pair
show
of
like
pants
that.
in Europe?
My
They call.
tummy monster was hungry.
Do you know what they call pair of pants in shorts, pants, underwear in England?
Britches,
Knickers.
knickers. That's racist.
They also call cigarettes.
Fags.
Yeah. So there you go.
It's
That was-
funny you say that though, because
Woke this week.
the British, the way they speak is different. I mean, I was a soccer player
No, but they
in
needed.
school, so I played soccer with international players in college. Anyways, I did, and I played against them when I played in the Premier Leagues. But I had this friend of mine. His name was Craig. He was from England actually, and he's a great little player. And we're sitting in psych class, and we're just chilling. And he comes close to me. He says, "Can I borrow your rubber?" I'm like, sure. So I put my hand like this. I reach out, grab my wallet. I always had one on me, and I smacked it down on the desk really loud. In the class, just to mess with the guy, right? Pow! And then I went back to whatever the heck it was I was doing. I think I was taking notes. Whatever. We might have been doing a test or something. I think I was taking notes. Anyways. And I went back to what I was doing, and he reached over and grabbed the pencil out of my hand. He's like, "No, yo, rubber. See, it rubs." And I was like, "Okay."
Hey, Rabbi.
Oh my gosh, man! How was I supposed to know?
Yeah.
You got to learn our lingo, not the other way around.
Yeah.
You're in America, homie.
Yeah.
So.
Negra
Negra.
is black in Spanish,
Hmm.
but blanco,
Blanco.
is white in Spanish.
It's almost the opposite of how we do our colors. Isn't that weird?
Okay.
They say it's because white people started this country.
Comedy horror.
You're a whore.
You're a whore.
You're a whore.
Comedy horror. Kowina wanted to see the dog, so she got to see the dog.
Who did?
Kowina.
Kowina?
Kowina.
Who's Kowina?
Melissa's mom.
Hi, Kowina.
Look at her staring at the bag, dude.
So she likes them.
Remember when
You want another one, Dizzle?
when she first met you? She was like,
Damn, she bit me.
Oh yeah,
Trying to get the food.
I forgot
bro.
to tell you. You gotta feed her like a horse. You gotta have your hand like a horse, or she'll bite you.
She got me.
I forgot to tell you.
Yeah, she got me on that one.
Hey, I was right though. By the end of the day, she's gonna bite you. Never bit. Okay, I said she never bit anyone.
Apparently, that's not true.
Oh look, Mrs. Onyx said show the dog. I'm showing the dog. They're both
Everyone's
saying
saying so the dog.
she's right here.
Here we go. Watch this.
Susie, look over here.
Mhm.
Over here, look. Look over here. Look over here. Susie. Oh, yeah, she's down. You gotta put it up here like that. Ow.
Hi, Zuzus. Zuzu.
She took it nice.
Good job. We're such a good girl.
Okay, comedy whore. Susie's our comedy whore today.
You're stealing all the damn laughs, man.
That's funny.
All right.
Her shirt neck, darling. Her shirt neck, is just like the other ones. Where her shirt neck is too wide.
So, I want to say, for
Keeps
comedy
going down.
whore,
We need to tie it right.
everything has come full circle, Jeff.
Okay.
Everything.
It has, yes.
It has come full circle. Because check it out. The first time we did comedy, both of us, the very first time we did comedy, where was it?
The Carlos.
Were we both there the same night on the first time?
Yep.
And then I went first. Didn't you go right after me?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Because we
So-
didn't care about going first.
We didn't.
Everybody else was afraid.
Because they're a bunch of bitches.
Yeah.
We went. We got it out the way.
And I tore it up.
We had a good time.
Yeah.
And we were addicted from that moment on.
Yep.
And we've been nothing but a bunch of comedy whores since.
Yep. To the point that I spoke with Mary Kay DeCarlo from DeCarlo's, and they have a salsa line, and they're going to be one of our sponsors coming up. I just got to meet with her and finalize the stuff, and we'll be bringing some salsa in here to show you what their salsa looks like. You can get it at I think 30 different stores. Some of them are Price Chopper stores. Some are other
I know I
stores.
carry them in some Price Choppers.
Yeah. So you'll be able to get
That's the
some
only place I know
salsa.
for sure. But
Salsa.
if you have not tried D. Carlos, which is spelled D-I-C-A-R-L-O-S,
D.
D. Carlos.
Dick Carlos.
Dick Carlos.
Dick.
Dick Carlos.
Dick Carlos.
Dick Carlos.
Dick Carlos.
Dick Arlo.
By the way, I used to love going there. Their cheesy meat dip was awesome.
Oh yeah,
Love
they
the
had good
cheesy meat.
food, man. I remember
Yeah.
I ate there a couple times. They were
Tear
really
it
good
up.
food. They used to be up on 40 Highway between Lee Summit Road and Nolan Road.
Yep.
And that's where we started, man. They had a little sign up talking about
Open mic.
Open mic on Wednesdays.
It actually said open mic comedy.
Yep, said open mic comedy. It was specific. And originally I had offered to write some jokes for my wife for her to get on stage and tell them, because she's freaking hilarious, you know? And I thought
She looks hilarious.
if I kind of penned her in a little and got the jokes right, man, the way she talks and the way she says things, people would love that
So
shit.
she could have been your George Lopez.
Right. Well, she would have been my Will Ferrell to my Adam McKay.
There you go.
Right. Because I would have written movies for her, obviously. And there would have never been a Melissa McCarthy. Sorry. Because Sarah would have been the next thing.
Yeah.
There probably wouldn't have been, what was that fat chick with the red hair? What's her name?
There's none other than Melissa McCarthy.
No.
The chick on Saturday Night Live.
No, the one with the freckles.
I don't know who you're
Can't
talking
even
about.
remember her name. The pear-shaped girl.
I don't know.
Rebel Wilson.
No, but she's freaking hilarious. The one that's not funny.
Sit.
The one that they changed Netflix for. Because you used to be able to rate your movies 1 to 5 or whatever.
She heard.
Yeah, now it's thumbs up, thumbs down.
She heard Sarah and she's like, "What is
Amy
that?"
something or other. What the heck?
Amy
was her name?
Schumer.
Schumer.
Hold on.
She's a hell of a lot funnier than Schumer and just as dirty.
Why did it disconnect?
I don't know. It said OBS disconnected.
Reconnection successful.
Yeah, and it says reconnecting.
Weird.
Really strange.
That was strange. I didn't do it.
It was very strange.
Well, look, it connected. There must have been like a glitch in the Matrix.
See, we said something I didn't like, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was supposed to write some jokes for her, but then she chickened out. And so I rewrote the jokes from my perspective instead of hers. Like, I still think one of my best jokes that I started out with, one of my earlier ones that people really liked, would have sounded better coming from her, but I did the joke, sex at my house is like a rodeo. I mean, it comes off the role playing. Remember I had that role playing thing that I did. And, so I was already talking about role playing, but I said sex at my house is like a rodeo. And I get to play the role of the cowboy. So if I last 8 seconds without getting off, I get a prize. And unfortunately, she plays the role of the bull, which means once I'm finished, I have to get some other guy.
Some other clown.
To finish her off. That's right, yeah.
Don't move your chair.
And that's what I call her dildo. I call it a clown because it has really big feet.
So, that was your first joke?
Well, it was my first real joke. Actually written like a joke, sounded like a joke. Wasn't just something funny that I thought of or that I worked into a story, but...
I think my first one was either battling depression.
I love that one.
Or it was, see, now I can't remember. But it had something to... Ancestry.com.
Ancestry.com.
My ex left me to marry her brother. She went on the dating site for her family, Ancestry.com, But they also have a genealogy website called Ancestry.com. Doesn't have the same impact today as it did then.
Well, we don't have an audience laughing, and I've heard it plenty of times.
When have you ever had an audience laughing?
I always have the audience laughing. The problem has always been...
It's before the show.
No, it's the people who put on the show don't think I'm funny.
Yeah.
And I never understood why that matters if the audience thought I was funny. Because I never judged anyone else. My sense of humor is odd anyways. That's why I'm a comedian. But I never judged people for whether or not I thought they were funny. I always judged whether or not the audience liked them.
Right. What's the audience reaction?
Yeah, did the audience connect with them? I mean, like Typhoon. I remember going through times where I was like, damn, Typhoon was off tonight, man. He wasn't getting the laughs. And then people would walk up to him and tell him how great it was and how they really enjoyed it. And I'm like, you didn't laugh, but maybe twice.
Do you remember? Okay.
But there are some people that
we were at an event.
The audience loves, man. And you can't put a price on that. You can't regulate that. You got to let that out, man.
We were at an event where we were doing this show live from that event.
Mm-hmm.
And Typhoon was doing his thing up on stage. Mm-hmm. And I went in the bathroom, and there was a guy in the bathroom who came in after I went in there. And he was like, you should leave. You're not even welcome here. Like, talking as Typhoon was telling his jokes. This guy was like, talking shit on Typhoon.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, he was like shaking his hand.
Isn't that weird? It's weird, right?
I didn't get it.
It's weird
You're
how
gonna
people are, man.
You're
But
gonna talk shit or not?
and sometimes, like with me, I changed my style after a while because I was getting so much flack and I wasn't really getting any work unless I created my own. It was one of the things I always loved about you, man. You was always there to kind of, help grease the wheels or help, bring things together. You're always
Make
willing
something
to do
happen.
a show. Yeah, always willing to do a show if it was available.
Well, and my thought process on that whole thing was, there were people in the scene
Mm-hmm.
who were controlling the scene, so we were like, make your own scene.
Yeah, just make it different, that was one of the things I liked about Mike West, that he really started to make his own way there, and
Yeah.
it's like, fuck this. I remember, you remember Mike Baldwin, right?
Yeah.
Gosh, brilliant. If you guys ever get a chance,
He's still around.
that guy, I know, but you know what I'm saying, man. He doesn't really work here anymore, right?
Yeah.
I thought he went out.
Yeah, he
came back.
He was at the Comedy Club of Kansas City.
Yeah, he's
Recently.
He's awesome, funny guy.
Yeah.
But I remembered he came out to DeCarlos the one time, and I had a show that I was doing. Remember, I was filming actually my movie,
Yeah.
Apostatized, and I remember I was trying to get as many people as I could, and everybody loved Mike, and he was out on the balcony. I was like, listen, man, I know you're a comedian and whatnot, but I'm really trying to break some boundaries and trying to get out there, man. I'm really looking to to do something here, man. I've come out to see you a few times. You want to come out and check this out? I won't charge you nothing, obviously. And I handed him a flyer, and he laughed at me. And I thought, that's not cool, right? And the worst part was I remembered seeing him at the Broadway Grill
Yeah.
not long before all that,
Yeah.
and him complaining about not making any money in the business and thinking about quitting.
Yeah.
I remember telling the guy he was an idiot if he quit. It's one of the funniest people I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen some really good stand-up comics. And Mike Baldwin, he can compete with any of them. Any of them. That funny. And so I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh. And then he had mentioned something along the lines of there being some kind of wall you hit at 10 years. And I've always thought about that, and I'm here now, and I feel like COVID created that wall, and I really didn't get to experience it the way that a
There's
normal
a
comic
wall?
would.
A wall is in that you break through it?
As in when you're like, you're not sure if you want to continue, and you're not sure if you've made a career out of it, and like he was saying, he was not making enough money at it to do it full time, and so he wasn't sure if he should continue.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I had anything to do with him continuing. Maybe just me talking to him. He was like, yeah, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah, because you were the influence.
Well, you know what I mean. I'm not trying to say that. My point was
Just saying. Maybe you
that I
were.
took that to heart and thought, even a guy that good is like, man, I don't know if I can do this. I can't make any money.
Mike started in the 80s.
That's why I never
mean,
got
Mike
mad
West.
that I wasn't making money, because I was like, well, fuck, Mike Baldwin wasn't making money.
Remember Mike West? Mike West started in like the 80s.
That guy should have work every day of the week. Anyways, Mike West started in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yes, he was doing comedy for a long time.
Yeah.
He did albums.
And he would take a break, and then he would come back and
yeah,
do it.
because people, I think we all get that grand notion, right? When we start to get the laughs, that feeling that we can do anything, that feeling that we can make anyone laugh, that feeling like, oh, right in the joke, you're like, oh, that's fucking funny. And then you get on stage and nobody laughs, and you're like, but that was funny. I don't.
But see, with the
with
most of the comedians in the scene, when they got their,
I'm so sorry.
when they started getting their laughs, when they started getting their laughs, they got that adrenaline rush, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like the best thing ever, right? Well, I'd already been like a guest speaker and a preacher for like a long time, so I already had that experience of feeling like I can connect with the audience, kind of thing. So I didn't really get that
weird thing where I never got stage fright or anything.
I didn't get that high like those other dudes would get. Like, I don't know if you notice it, but some comedians, when they start getting the crowd on their side, they quicken their pace. They get faster because their heart's racing
Right.
and their adrenaline's
I
pumping.
worked hard to keep that to a minimum.
And they start going, and they can't keep their cadence properly. I'm not talking shit on anyone. I'm just saying that.
No, and to be honest with you, for people who don't know, who've never gotten on stage and told jokes, let me say this to you, okay?
It's addictive.
It's not only addictive, it's like the game. That's what it's like, bro. The game where you hold the charged pole, where the electricity, you hold it, and the longer you hold it, it gives you like a rating or whatever.
Yeah. The love tester.
Something like that, and then you let go when you can't handle it anymore. It's like that. You're like this conduit of human energy, and it's all directed at you in response to what you've given the audience.
Like an energy vampire.
And I don't care. You can say what you want to. You can talk about any drug you want to. There is nothing like it. And I can't imagine what it would be like to have thousands of people in an audience laughing at my jokes. I don't know how I would be able to handle that, dude, because the energy from 100 people is so much that it makes my whole body like shake and vibrate. And it's just like,
you know what's funny is, before I started doing stand-up comedy, I was
like
a preacher.
trying to handle chi. It's weird.
Before I did stand-up comedy, I was a preacher, and I would MC a lot of events.
You're just thinking about them all. Yeah,
for music groups. And I remember here in Kansas City, I was at this huge church, and the Gaither Homecoming was coming through there. You know Bill Gaither?
Okay, gotcha. The Christian singing.
Yeah, Christian singing group. And I was
Gospel.
the MC for that gospel group.
Okay.
So I'd go out there and I would do my little MC work, and there were thousands of people laughing at what you were saying and going along with what you got going on. And then I had the privilege of introducing what's his name? Mark Lowry. Mark Lowry is a very famous Christian comedian. This guy has albums like a lot of albums and stuff. He's a tenor singer. He's got albums of him singing, and he toured with the Gaither
Very
Homecoming.
talented person.
And then he was also a comedian.
Okay.
So I got to introduce him.
Oh wow.
It was like I shared a stage with somebody I thought was like awesome. Anyway, but I got more of a rush out of that than telling the jokes in front of the thousands of people, or speaking in front of thousands of people.
That's probably because there was 10 times the amount of cheering when you brought him out as there was for yours. Because I remember, dude, some of them opening bands and stuff for a concert or whatnot. Bands are pretty good, but you just want them off the fucking stage, dude, so you can see Metallica, bro.
I gotta tell you though.
Sorry,
we went and saw Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah,
and I don't like Five Finger Death Punch. Five Finger Death Punch. They were the headliners.
They're good in concert.
You know who opened for them? Anthrax.
Oh, I know how you like Anthrax.
Kicked ass, dude. They
were
way better than Five Finger.
Was good on stage.
They were way better than Five Finger.
I've never seen them.
You know, I saw Megadeth and Iron Maiden, and Iron Maiden kicked ass also. Iron Maiden opened for Megadeth.
Well, that's because that's Satan's personal band.
Iron Maiden kicked ass, dude.
I'm telling you, that's why. You don't make an album called Number of the Beast if you ain't connected, in that area there. So
yeah,
they're probably performing rituals on stage.
Who?
We just didn't know it.
Iron Maiden?
Yeah, with Eddie.
It was them
like
telling
the big Eddies and stuff that they had.
They're just storytellers.
Oh yeah.
All they're doing is telling stories.
Wow,
like they didn't write any.
It's like "Die with Your Boots On" is a song for soccer players. What?
No. If you
Whatever.
Go back and look at the lyrics, a lot of the lyrics are old. They're old poems and old books.
Right.
And old songs.
I'm telling
you. That they just updated to be a metal song.
It's more than that, though. It's just like the Page and Plant thing. It's
Okay. Okay.
They
You're
weren't
next.
satisfied with trying to be rock stars.
She hears your wife.
They-
She hears your wife.
They
and she
want to
wants
be
sit
gods,
still.
man.
Sit
That's
still.
the problem.
Sit still. You're next. You're up
It's
next.
ridiculous.
You're up next. Calm down. Okay, fine.
Seriously, those people do such crazy stuff, man.
You're next.
I don't even know what to say about it. That stuff with Iron Maiden and whatnot. I mean, Iron Maiden was a good band.
Is she parking at your lady?
Didn't have any reason for them to do all that.
The pathetic pet of the week this
Kiss
week.
was the same way. It's weird.
The
Just
pathetic
weird,
pet of the
man.
week this week. Oh, we're gonna do the top down so we can. There was this little dog. Let's
No.
see. Top down.
No.
There was this little dog,
No way.
little tiny dog,
No.
and this little dog we went
No.
to Pause. We went to this place called Pause to adopt a little dog, and this dog named Pinky was there. And when we first saw her, she peed on the floor, and we were thinking that maybe that's why nobody wanted to adopt her, because
She piddled when she got excited.
she piddled when she got excited.
Upset.
This is Pinky.
She
Well-
just went over to the door. I think she might need to
Come here, Susie. Come here, Susie.
You
Come here.
gotta go do.
Look.
Sir,
This.
do.
Hold
Hi.
on.
Hi. Yeah. Did you lose track of where you're at?
This is Pinky now. Her name is Susie. We renamed her Susie.
Her so cute.
And look how much different she is than her picture. She's gained a little bit of weight. She's gotten a little older. You see her looking around?
It's just like, what is that? Her ears look like little satellites, bro. Her ears are freaking huge.
Yeah, do you think they're big? You know,
She's an alert dog, though. That's what they do.
so our pathetic pet of the week is Susie. She was a rescue.
How old is she?
She's 8 years old,
Yeah.
and she came from the Protective Animal Welfare Society, PAWS, Protective Animal Welfare Society. And your woman is telling me that she thinks that maybe my dog needs to go out. Well-
Yes, I think so. And I don't know that she's gonna let my wife take her out.
Yes, darling, we're gonna stick to Fridays because we have stuff going on Saturdays. Most of we're going to be scheduling more shows on Saturdays, like live shows, events that we're doing.
But feel free to comment on which night you prefer. I will say that if you can't catch it on Friday, we have plans to replay them on Saturdays, right?
Well, if you can't catch it live, you can always go look at what we do is we download it, and then I convert
Thank
it,
you, 'cause
and
I
then I
have no
upload
idea.
it. Then I upload it to Rumble, and then I upload it to YouTube, and then we put the audio on a podcasting thing so we can have people download the audio. So all that stuff is up on the internet. If you go to kccomedy.com, click the Married with Comedy logo, it shows an archive of all of our past shows.
And we're in
except for
season
episode-
2, episode
Except for
13.
episode 11 of season 2.
Why? What happened?
I just didn't feel like it.
You didn't feel like uploading it?
I just didn't feel like it, yeah.
That's weird.
She's growling at your old lady.
And I guess you got to upload it right away or something. Didn't you say that?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and to upload it to like Rumble, you have to do it in the browser,
Oh gosh.
and I don't have internet at home, so I have to use my phone. So if somebody sends me a text message in the middle of me uploading it, it resets it.
Oh god.
So that was
Oh,
the pathetic
God.
pet of the week. Now we're going to be getting on to yeah, and I don't have a thing for it. Ghetto Chef.
Yeah.
Today's Ghetto Chef.
Yes.
We've got
Oh.
mixed bag of fruit and nuts.
That sounded like that hurt, dog.
No, it was her. It was this thing.
Okay. Gotcha.
That thing. Fruit and nut mix. Should I do the top down?
Sure.
What?
For sure, monsieur. For sure.
Wow. There you go. Yeah, you can see it really well.
Papa dogs, you were so cute. Look at that. Who that little puppy dogs?
She was tiny back then.
She was
I gotta remember not to
little.
take. So, dried fruit and nut mix. This dried fruit and nut mix you can get in your commodities box. What would you use dried fruit and nut with? What would you do with that?
What would I do with it? I'd give it to my wife and have her cook something.
I know what.
I don't know. You have to ask her. Probably throw some pineapple and some chicken in there.
Okay, what I would do with the
Maybe
fruit and nut mix,
pull the almonds out,
you could do it straight up like that.
crush them up, put them on some ice cream.
You can also sprinkle that on ice cream. You sprinkle it on ice cream. You can sprinkle that in a bowl of cereal. Sprinkle your fruit and nut in a bowl of cereal, because a lot of times they give you really bland cereal in your commodities box. So you liven it up with some of that fruit and nut. You can mix it in with yogurt. You can bake it into cookies or cakes, which is really, I mean, that in a cake tastes way better than fruit cake, even though it's fruit and nut mix, because fruit cake has all kinds of weird stuff. This is pretty good. Or in cookies, you can like sprinkle it on top of the cookies or mix in with the dough. So, but I didn't even think of the ice cream thing.
Yeah.
Or you can eat, like I said, you can eat it straight like that. And you're saying you would take like the almonds out and put them somewhere, and you would take the other stuff out.
Well, I was saying you take the almonds out, and then you can cook up the softer stuff with some pineapple and some chicken. Man, it'd probably be something good. Like I said, the wife usually does all that because she's a cooking genius.
Almond pineapple chicken.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
Almond pineapple chicken.
Could always put the almonds in it. Sure.
That sounds good.
I'm not gonna complain.
So fruit and nut mix.
Yeah, fruit and nut mix.
Fruit and nut mix.
Yes.
So let's look at it again with our nice, awesome transition. I'm not gonna do sound effects this time. Dried fruit and nut mix.
I like that too for your commodities box.
That's where we got that.
Yeah.
From
I
the-
know, but I'm just saying because it just says dried fruit and nut mix.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of the stuff is just generic packaging like that, which is
Yeah.
weird because a lot of the stuff is generic packaging like that. But if you look it up, a lot of these places actually make the real stuff. You know, like the peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
The peanut butter is made at like an actual peanut butter company thing, so it's the same as, you know, like Jif or something, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They just jar
Without
it.
the high fructose.
Yeah.
Cottonseed oil. Why would you use cottonseed oil? I don't understand.
Oh. Cottonseed oil.
Thought you would use peanut oil, but
Yeah.
what do I know about peanut butter, man? I obviously nothing.
Peanut butter.
All right.
So,
Peanut butter jelly time.
so that was
Peanut
the
butter jelly.
Ghetto Chef. You know what's really funny is normally we have a hard time filling the time,
Ouch.
and we always run out of time. And now if I look at it, and you know, when I switch like this, did you know it changes our lighting? Lori, remember you were saying stick with the light? It's our screen is more white in this screen and less white in this screen. So I can
like
actually
that's
make this.
affecting the lighting on us. Or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. I can actually change that.
Lori has been a great asset to fine tuning the show.
I could change the way this looks. I can make there's a theme. I can make it a different theme, general.
What do you mean different theme?
You can make it look different.
Okay.
Yeah, right here. Theme.
Dark. What's the Arachne? Oh.
There.
What?
Make it
Oh.
like that. So it's bright, so when we change it, it barely changes it.
I see it now. I see the shift. Okay. I do like this better though. It's a
Brighter.
little- yeah, a little bit brighter. And it's not so bad on my glasses.
Yeah.
Because my glasses reflect, you can't see my eyes. That's probably disconcerting to people in the audience there.
Your eyes are disconcerting to people?
Well, you know, I have a very intense stare, so
What about this one?
some people don't like
See?
it.
That's a dark one. And this is the dark default one. And then there's this one, which is like different color.
Pink?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah, pink. Pink and teal, I guess.
I don't know.
And then this one. Which
I like the pink and teal. Then oh, this is awful bright, sir. It's awful bright.
this one?
That one. The other one.
This one?
I like
Pink
that
and teal.
one. I like pink and teal.
And then when you switch to this
It's my
and then back to
daughter's
this,
favorite color, pink.
pink and teal. Boom. Yeah.
Well, I gotta
And
tell
you know
Jeff,
why I keep switching is to look
pretty
at the
good show
timer.
we got here, man.
Looking at the timer.
This is 10:35 right there on the left on the computer.
Is that the same as that one?
Yeah.
Okay, pretty much. She's laying there sleeping, or
She's not sleeping.
which is funny is because I
Still
gave her
lying.
the damn bed to lay in. She's the one laying in the bed.
I accidentally kicked the bed. I think she's like, no.
You know, I want that. I want that fruit and nut mix now.
Take it.
No, I don't want it. I'm just kidding.
Take it.
I'm joking. So, taking out the trash.
All right.
Do you have anything for taking out the trash?
I believe I do.
Okay.
Okay. So we had mentioned something about
Glamping? Why'd you write glamping?
some dude used that term with me today.
I know what I mean.
I know, and you had mentioned something earlier. You had made some kind of term.
Susie, lay down here.
Made up some kind of term.
Here. Here. Here you go. Right here.
And I was like, oh, that's like glamping.
Right here. Lay down. Right here.
Some guy
Lay
today,
down.
he gave
Lay down.
a few bucks, you know, whatnot.
He gave you a few bucks to go glamping?
No, and he had on a vest, but it looked like one of them fly fishing vests.
Ah.
So that's what I said, but he said no, it was like a camping utility vest. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. He's like, yeah, but you know, I don't really camp. I like to go glamping. I was like, oh, that's probably like what I like to do, where you like go camping. You're like, oh, I'm roughing it, and then you take a selfie and you're in your RV cooking
is what it
eggs and
is.
whatnot. Well, he said, well, it's a little more than that, you know. It's a little more like glamour camping. He's like, you know, I don't know, it'd be shacked up somewhere in a condo. It's like, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. He told a joke.
Her shirt is falling off.
Oh no, you're losing weight.
Come on.
Good for you.
Her the neck on these things always stretch out.
So am I taking out the trash? Here we go. All right. Now they are naming winter storms. You remember this?
Winter storms.
Isn't that weird? Just like they do hurricanes and shit. And for those who don't know, all this talk about global warming and spraying stuff in the sky, and then Sweden was going to put all that chalk in the air but changed their mind. Turns out we are headed into a cooling trend that's supposed to last like 60 friggin' years.
A cooling trend.
And they want to cool the earth. So they're like either jump starting it, causing it, or they knew it was coming, right? Anyways, so for me, it's like fear mongering. The named winter storms now. So winter warnings, cold front coming.
Lay down.
What's the warning for? It's winter time. You're supposed to expect freezing storms. What? What's the warning for? Worried it's going to be cold in the winter?
Well, and if was that a reaction to something like it snowed the other day?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
right here.
That's what I'm saying. So, like,
Lay down.
everybody's freaking out. They're like, oh, what's with the cold? I wish the cold would go away. Okay, wait. So you're complaining that the earth is warming, and everyone's freaking out because they need to know how to block out the sun. And they've been spraying for, I don't know, 20 years straight now? I mean,
Yep.
not every day, but every other to every third day on average. They spray all the flippin' time. And of course, I'm the conspiracy theorist because I look up and see contrails that last more than 2 minutes. If it lasts more than 2 minutes, it's not a contrail. You can look it up. Also, if you can see the plane, it should not be creating a contrail. If you can physically see the plane with your eyes, it should not be causing a contrail because it's not high enough up to get into the dry, cold air. This is why commercial planes fly at 33,000 instead of even higher, because then there would be trails behind every single plane that flies.
So the Bill Gates plan is already in full motion?
I don't know what's going on. My point was
You know what I'm
more
talking about, the Bill Gates plan, right?
well, population control.
No, he wanted to spray the atmosphere with chalk.
No, this was Sweden. That
I know.
was Sweden.
But Bill Gates was saying that.
Well, the Swedish government put it up for a vote. This is what I told you last week. That's why I glossed over it. The Swedish government put it up for a vote, and Sweden turned it down.
Huh.
Otherwise, they were going to dust the air with chalk, which affects the whole planet.
Yeah.
But they voted on it, and they were going to do it anyway. It's all that. It's that kind of stuff. And with Bill Gates' plan is not just the geoengineering. I mean, he is fully immersed in his what do you call it, population control agenda.
Yeah.
And you can say what you want to, but he's talked about it on TED. All you gotta do is look it up. His TED talk where he was talking about controlling the population. That if it gets up to 9 billion, we're gonna be overrun. The irony of that is we have huge swaths of like protected forest and lakes and all these other things all across this country where there are no people at all.
Yeah.
So that talk about us running out of space is
Georgia Guidestones?
Georgia Guidestones maintain humanity at 500 million. Where we're supposed to be afraid of hurricanes.
Why did the internet connection? It's the internet connection dropping off.
Yeah, OBS Studio.
No, the internet connection dropped us off.
Okay. So
Weird.
yeah, so I told you I lived in Florida where they had Irene. No, it wasn't Irene. It was Katrina, Rita, and Wilma were the three that hit.
Yeah.
And Katrina hit Florida, then went on to knock out New Orleans. You know how long it took them to be up and running after Katrina went by in Florida? 3 weeks. 3 weeks, the whole of Florida was back up and running. But then it goes and hits New Orleans, and they still ain't never got it together.
They couldn't figure it out.
Here's the irony of that. In 1908, a Katrina-sized, because they didn't know as much 100 years ago, right?
Yeah.
About size and rain, and so it wasn't as accurate. But they had one about that size hit New Orleans.
Huh.
You know how long it took them to get the city up and running? In
1908. 5 days?
Not quite. 2 years. Everything was rebuilt, ready to rock. 2 years. 1908.
Huh.
See what I'm saying? It was 1908. 1958 probably wouldn't have taken much longer, right? Because in 1958 there was more civilized stuff.
Yeah.
But in 1908 it took them 2 years to rebuild, and we're what, almost 20 years out? Seems like. No, it can't be 20. Yeah. George Bush, so maybe not 20, less than 20.
Yeah.
15 years